And I'm Beck.
And you're listening to the Story Station. So, Beck, what have you been reading recently?
I have been reading a series called Aurora Burning, and the first one's actually called Aurora Wakes, and they're really good. They're by one of my favourite authors.
We didn't explain.
Called...
Emma is
now,
one of
the
Beck's
only time when I
sisters,
need to actually remember her name,
okay.
I've forgotten her name. What is her name? We are currently looking it up. We will be 2 seconds.
Hi, I'm Zara.
And I'm Beck.
And you're listening to the Story Station. So, Beck, what have you been reading recently?
I have been reading a series called Aurora Burning, and the first one's actually called Aurora Wakes, and they're really good. They're by one of my favourite authors called... now, the only time when I need to actually remember her name, I've forgotten her name. What is her name? We are currently looking it up. We will be 2 seconds.
Yeah. I've heard about this,
Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. They are an amazing pair. They also wrote the Illuminae Files series. Amy Kaufman also wrote the Other Side of the Sky with Megan Spooner. And they write very good dystopian books, and I'm really liking their books. I also read a book called Contender. It's literally about a boy who gets sent to another world to kill people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've actually, I've heard of Aurora Rising, and apparently it's really good. Should I read it?
Yes. Look out for Aurora Rising podcast soon-ish.
Once I've read it.
Yeah.
I'm midway through reading a book called Realm Breaker. It's by one of my favourite authors,
Lynette Noni?
No,
Victoria
Aveyard. We're doing a book by Lynette Noni today. But, so, basically it's about this different realm. There's these different realms.
Because it's called Realm Breaker and they break realms.
They, break the thing between realms. And
the barrier so they're on top of each other. Yeah, I kind of started it, but then it was confusing and weird and stuff.
I had to start it a lot of times. I had to start it 5 times. But then, sorry, we didn't explain. Emma is one of Beck's older sisters. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Emma stole it halfway through reading it.
Well.
I know it. She did get it for her birthday, and I started reading it, but still, she didn't want to read it. Oh my gosh.
But it's really good. There's my favorite character is this girl named. I forgot her name.
It's happening to both of us.
Sarasis.
Oh, the ship girl?
No,
the one whose mother is a ship.
Her mother is in a ship. Don't worry.
The one who has a mother who's a captain of a ship.
That's Coraine. She's pretty cool. But basically,
pretty cool.
But basically, Saras is my favorite character because she's an assassin and stuff, and assassins are cool. And
assassins slay.
And she's a badass female character.
I love badass females.
Yeah, but it's a really good book. You should read it and watch out for that. We might have it out on our podcast.
We are entering the no spoilers section. Okay, so the book we are doing today is Akarnae by Lynette Noni. And Zara will be doing the make your own blurb section of our new format. So take it away, Zara.
So Akarnae, there's Alex, obviously, the main character, and she is looking for, I don't think she's really looking forward to, but
she's really not looking forward.
She's not looking forward to starting her new school.
Which is not Akarnae.
It's this boring mortal,
high school university. It's a university. This has become a very two-sided conversation.
Yeah. It's a university that she's entering, and she is basically just that all the people there look like zombies.
In her words, this is not our own words. We are quoting directly from the book.
Yeah, and
not actually.
She's when she walks through the doors into the principal's office, she's suddenly transported to a different world, and she
meets nice people, and then goes to Akarnae, And
she can't get back until the principal of Akarnae gets back. So then she works at Akarnae for a bit. She
learns at Akarnae. She's not a worker. She's a student.
She learns at Akarnae and does all these student things.
And she's really good.
She does all this stuff at Akarnae, and then Beck will tell you more about like the actual book if you don't want to read it in the spoilers section, but I'm just trying to do something that's not spoiling. Yeah. So Beck, what would you rate it? It's like age rating.
Age rating? Oh, I thought we were doing actual rating. Age rating, 8 would probably be fine, but all the way up to 14, you'd enjoy it. Yeah, what about you?
I'd say maybe a bit of, well, for the first book, maybe 8, but like the later books, we've both read the whole series of
so
books.
If we ever say something and it's kind of preemptively, just ignore it.
We've both read the whole series, so yeah. So later in the series, probably like 10 plus, because there's a lot of violence.
12 plus in the last books.
The last like 2 or 3 books, yeah. Because like there's a lot of violence and death and
it's sad.
We shouldn't talk about this because we'll spoil.
What about rating in general? Up to 10.
Out of 10 stars, 8 or 9 for the first book, because the first book gets a bit. How would it be as a movie, Beth? We're gonna add this into our format. Like, how would it be as a movie? How would we imagine it?
Look, I'm gonna get up for this, and you might not be able to hear me probably, but I have to do some interpretive stuff. So it would be an amazing movie if they actually like use the actual script from the whole book, because in movies, you know how like they change it and it's like super weird, because honest foul, good thing, they squash like 5 books into one movie that's like 1 hour long. And I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant about this, but this is one of my pet peeves in life. If they actually stuck to the script and actually wrote the actual book instead of like an interpretation, it'd be great. And it would be very good, but they might have to do a series.
Yeah.
No, a movie would be better.
I totally agree. Like, I feel like they
and the actors. The actors matter. We need to get a hot Kaden, a hot Jordan, a hot Bear, and a really hot Alex.
And a really hot DC.
DC, I completely forgot about her.
DC has to be, like, awesome.
They have to be all hot.
But then, basically, they have to be hot. But they also have to be, like, accurate. Like, DC's a redhead, right?
Yeah.
They can't just get some brunette for her. She has to have red hair. And they have to have it accurate, because if it's like, and also I feel like Akarnae could be a perfect location for a movie. Like, the school is like, it's almost like
Hogwartian. I'm so proud of myself. But it would definitely have to be filmed in New Zealand or like the English countryside.
Yeah, it couldn't be filmed like where we are in Australia.
Well, it could. No, that's more desert.
Yeah.
It probably couldn't be filmed in America.
Yeah.
It needs to be wild and naturial. I'm not saying that America isn't naturial, but like I've never been there properly, so I can't say anything.
So now I think we'll go into the spoilers section. So if you haven't read the book and don't want any spoilers, like, stop listening right now, go read the book.
And we'll see you later.
We'll link it the book down below.
If you want to buy it.
Yeah.
You are entering the spoilers section.
Do you want to do a 60-second recap?
I love this part.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, Alex is going to a mortal school and she's really unhappy about it, but then she goes to the principal's office and she walks through and she meets Avon, who's kind of weird but also really nice. But then she meets Jordan the bear and she completely forgets about Avon, and then she eats a lollipop and it gives her all of these really cool stuff and she's really good at combat. And then she meets Kaden, who's super hot, and I love him. We also have to have Declan as a hot person. We have to remember that.
Declan's hot.
Library is cool. Marcel, cool. DC, kind of weird. Avon turns out bad. The library's cool. DC turns out to be royal.
You've got more time.
Really?
They can talk, expand on the library.
Library talks to people. At the end, she has to decide if she wants to go home or like stay and save everyone. Why are they saving an entire race? I don't know.
Of course they...
From Maven, right? Yeah. Timer.
Maven.
I hope that was good. Yeah, because doesn't he want to kill the mortals? Avon! Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Red Queen Flash.
I'm sorry. Everyone who ends with Avon is like the same in my mind because they're all horrible.
No, Maven's cool.
No!
We'll talk about this later.
We have to have the discussion later. Yes.
So basically, what's your favorite character?
You go first.
DC.
It's so
This
obvious.
is a spoiler for the next few books, maybe. And she just spoiled for the next few books.
Really?
Did they find out she's royal? In the first book?
Yeah, I think so.
I need to search this up. You talk back.
So my favorite character is very obviously Caden, and it becomes very obvious in the later books. But he's really, I just love Caden. He's super nice to Alex. He's super hot. He's the person I fangirl over.
He's cool, but like DC's better.
Nah, no way. To be what?
TBW. What does TBW mean?
To be remembered? To be what?
Zara editing again. TBW means to be written. I'm not sure how we didn't get this, but like, it was just us blabbering on about what it might mean for the next 5 minutes, so I decided to cut that. Okay.
We need to get back on track. We're gonna have to do a lot of editing. Yeah, your favorite character is DC, and she's amazing, and she's a redhead.
DC is like, so DC, gal boss, badass, queen.
She's not really a badass.
She is.
Alex is more of a badass.
She's... Guys, can you, like, please ignore everything that Beck said?
I have a good opinion on that.
She does horse riding.
Very loudly.
If you do horse riding, if you're a gal, you do horse riding, you're immediately cool. Then she does archery, which makes her even cooler.
I love archery. I'm not very good at it, but I love it.
I love it too. It's so much fun.
We have to do Randa's Apprentice. You have to read it.
Sure. But basically, she's just awesome. She's like so cool. She's royalty, but she doesn't tell anybody, and she's just like awesome. Oh my god! And then, spoiler for later in the books, her and
No. Like, we're moving on. 2 points. So this.
Sorry, our microphone just fell off.
We're gonna edit that out. 2 points. So this part we're gonna take 2 points and we have to discuss them. So my first point, the library. So the library is kind of like a main character and a mean character. It's kind of like the god of like thing. Of
Akarnae, yeah. But
it's kind of weird.
Are you gendering the library?
It's an it.
I said it.
I said it.
You said he.
No, I didn't. I said it.
He.
Back me up on this, computer.
Basically,
I said it. It's a weird thing. Tell me about your library experiences, just in general.
Libraries are like obviously pretty cool because like for book lovers, because like free books. We just realised we've been talking for 15 minutes. I'm really sorry if this is really boring.
But we are gonna edit it.
But
so it's probably gonna be like 3 minutes at this point. We'll get 3 minutes.
But basically,
don't look at me.
Libraries are really cool, but then this library is even cooler because it's
also
almost like
really, really demented.
Yeah, sure. It's talking to you. So
and it has portals to other lands, so Avon wants to control it.
So one of my points is don't look at my points. Her meeting when she meets Jordan and Bear.
Darling.
Alex. When she meets Alexandra. Okay, back's a bit.
I'm going crazy. When
Alex meets Jordan and Bear for the first time, it's a really funny meeting, and it made me know I'd like the book, because I never laugh at books, and that actually made me laugh at a counter.
I read books and I am constantly talking to characters and laughing, but that could just be because it's me.
Yeah, probably. Can you talk closer to the microphone? I don't think
Hello. My point. Next point. This is going much faster than I thought it was. Avon. We have to talk about Avon and how messed up he is.
He is a bit messed up in this.
Plus, he splits Alex's hand to try and get control of a damn library. He's wrong in the head.
Oh yeah, because Alex and the library are besties.
Yeah, and
that clap was really loud. I'm sorry. I'll add a warning at the beginning of the episode for earphone users.
Yeah.
Sorry. This will be at the beginning.
Earphone users, beware.
Please. But basically there's just all this stuff, and this is going to be really hard to edit. My second point is the lollipop. So Vec briefly mentioned this before.
Yeah.
And
oh, I'm not supposed to be talking.
I just want to explain to the lollipops.
Your apple is reflective. It's not usually reflective.
I thought you were laughing at how I said I just wanted to explain to the lollipops.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that. Right,
well, I just wanted to explain about the lollipops. So basically, the lollipops are these. When you first enter Akarnae, you suck on a lollipop. That sounds kind of weird. And then the lollipop does all this stuff, and it does different colours for depending on which class you're in. And Alex thinks this is a mistake for the lollipops, because she's in
really high classes. She's in the top of math.
She's in
and she absolutely sucks at it. I'm sorry.
So the highest level is ellipse. I forgot the rest of the levels. I read this 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah. Not 5 years ago.
Not 5 years ago.
2 years ago. But the highest level is ellipse, and then she's in that for, I think, horse riding. That's why she's
not. She's in the second top for horse riding.
Okay, for archery.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
They don't do archery as a subject.
Well, for combat,
yes.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For combat, and something with
the running one with
the guy.
Not Fletcher. The other one.
The instructor for the running one is really loud and
horrible.
Mean. No, she's not in the top one because she's with Jordan and Bear, and they're always.
She isn't. She's not with them. Oh. She's with Kaden.
Oh yeah. Now I remember everything. And then is she in the top for the one that Bear's good at? Because Bear's a scientist person.
No, she's not.
But Bear's in the top for that one.
Yeah, because he's the male version of me. No, he isn't. He is not the male version of me.
He's much better than you. I mean, you're much better than him. I meant to say that. This is going on for 20 minutes. This is going to be hard to edit.
Anyway, we should wrap up.
That's what it says.
All right, literally, it just says wrap it up in our notes. So, thank you for joining us for our first episode in ages. We're really sorry that we haven't said anything.
We're sorry about not doing the Christmas special last year. Yeah. It was just really hard because we were transitioning from primary school to high school.
And we were travelling a lot.
We've all just started year 7 and we all go to different schools, so Chloe and Mia won't be with us for any more episodes.
I mean, they might join for one, but they won't be here anymore, probably.
Regularly like us, but
we will be here regularly, though.
Yeah, because we're amazing, unlike them.
Yeah, because we deal with our homework. Anyway, we will try and post another episode next week.
Yeah, we'll try and post Wednesdays. Thursdays.
Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. Goodbye and have a nice day.
Au revoir.